Hey guys, welcome back to the MSR Workshop. So I said I wasn't going to do any more upgrade videos on this, but I couldn't resist. I'm going to do one more quick one, and I promise it'll be a quick one. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the inside out, meaning I'm going to take the bed out, and I'm also going to take the exhaust port out on the inside. Taking the bed out, I'm going to actually put a honeycomb bed in there with a scissor jack. That makes it so I can raise and lower the bed a little bit and accommodate for thicker work pieces. And the fume extraction port, I'm going to take that out, hopefully get a little bit better smoke evacuation from the inside. So stick around. So immediately jumping into this, remove these 4 screw holes on the back of your machine, and this will access the fan where you can get at the rear of the exhaust port that's inside the machine. And then you would take these 4 screws out, and that removes the exhaust shroud that is inside the machine. And to do this, you have to take the bed out of the machine first, which I don't show. So here's a quick shot of a scissor jack that I picked up off of Amazon. Now this is listed as an 8" by 8" scissor jack, and the one thing that most of these scissor jacks have in common that have kind of been a problem for people to make into beds is they've been too high. What I mean is they don't go low enough when you put an auxiliary bed on top. So this is a little piece that I actually was able to remove and lower the whole unit down so the unit sits a lot lower than it normally would. It also comes with a base on it, which I removed the base. I also removed the feet, and then there's a metal top on it that I removed here as well. And right now it sits about 1.5 inches, maybe just a hair over when it's completely compressed. So with an auxiliary bed on top, you still have quite a bit of wiggle room to place thicker items for engraving. Now this won't be permanently mounted in the machine, so you can take it out, but this is the honeycomb bed that I was able to pick up off Amazon as well, and I'll make sure to leave links to all the stuff that I get. But with it sitting on top, it ends up being perfect. So in this next part here, I'm going to be showing you how I permanently mounted the honeycomb bed to the top of the scissor jack. And one thing I didn't want to do is make any screws that I put on top raised, so when I lay a piece of wood on top or something, they actually weren't just laying flat. So what I've done here, as you can see, it kind of looks like a dent there, but actually I created that dent. So when I put a screw in there with a washer and then put it in there flat, it actually still sits flush on the honeycomb itself. Now it may not look necessarily very pretty, but it actually worked pretty good, and so it didn't obstruct the honeycomb with pieces on it, so it could still lay perfectly flat. So what I did is I took a bolt and I used that bolt's head and then just hit it with a hammer a few times, so when I stuck it in there, as you can see here, and then I checked it with something on top, it went perfectly flat over the top. So I ended up doing it on all 4 corners. So it took a little bit of wiggling, but I was finally able to get all 4 corners recessed for the screw heads. Like I said, they weren't perfect and pretty on all of them. A couple of them looked pretty good, a couple of them didn't, but it still served a practical purpose and worked well. So here's a shot of the bed with a stock exhaust and bed removed. It's actually quite easy to do. And placing the honeycomb bed in here, and it's going to work much better and keeps it from burning on the bottom. And then the little knob to adjust the height is located on the front, and it'll kind of tuck underneath the rails for the gantry, and so you can scoot the honeycomb bed all the way to the front just to kind of maximize the full capacity of your machine. And then of course have a little bit more room in the back in case something needs to hang over. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know I said it was going to be a short one, and I tried to stick to that promise. If you want to see how all the stuff that we've added over the last couple of videos fits together, stay tuned for my next video, because that's where you're going to get to see everything put together into something, and we're going to make a project. how my honeycomb bed works, how the new air assist works, how the inline temperature gauge, how it all just kind of fits together and really takes this machine to the next level. If any of you are actually interested in purchasing a Monport machine or any of the accessories that they carry, you can check out my link below because I do have a 6% off discount code that Monport has been so graciously able to provide me. And I want to share that with you, and that will get you 6% off any of the stuff that they currently carry on their website. Now, if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, be sure and leave them in the link below. And as always, thanks. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.